Hello, I'm giving an informative speech today about diabetes and specifically insulin pricing here in the United States. I want to talk about first the difference between type 1 and type 2. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune reaction that attacks the cells in your pancreas that produces insulin. Type 1 diabetes is caused by genetics or environmental elements, and type 2 diabetes is when your body becomes resistant to insulin. This is usually associated with genetic and lifestyle choices. So, where is insulin created and why do we need insulin to survive? Insulin is created in the pancreas, and the pancreas is located behind the stomach, and your pancreas creates these things called beta cells which produce insulin. Insulin is mainly used to help control how the body uses carbohydrates found in certain types of food. When you consume carbs, your body breaks them down into a sugar called glucose. Insulin allows cells in muscles to take up glucose and use it as a source of energy so they can function properly. Without insulin, cells are unable to use glucose as fuel and they'll start to malfunction. So what happens if you have too little insulin or no insulin at all? So what happens is the cells cannot take in glucose for energy and they start to look for other sources of energy such as fat and muscle cells. And this makes your body tired and can cause weight loss, and if this continues you can become very ill. This is because your body is attempting to make new energy from fat and muscle cells, and this causes acid to be produced as waste products. Ultimately, this can lead to a coma and death if medical attention is not sought after. Without insulin, people with diabetes will literally die. So insulin is a very, very important medicine for these people to have and to be readily available. So the deadly cost of insulin here in the United States. So in an era where healthcare prices are at an all-time high, there needs to be something said about insulin pricing. The most commonly used forms of insulin are 10 times more here in the United States than they are in any other developed country. During Donald Trump's presidency, he claimed that insulin is so cheap it's like water. This could not be further from the truth. One vial of Humalog, which used to cost $21 in 1999, now costs $332 in 2019. This is more than 1,000% increase. And then when you compare it to other countries like Canada, the same life-saving drug has stayed the exact same price for those 20 years. Studies demonstrate that diabetes is the most expensive chronic disease in the United States, costing more than $327 billion in 2017. Today, diabetes causes more deaths than breast cancer and AIDS combined. So why is the cost of insulin so high here in the United States? There are three big reasons. One of the biggest reasons is there is a vulnerable population that ranges in the millions of people who need insulin to survive. It is literally a life or death situation for these people, and insulin manufacturers know this. The second reason is because there is a monopoly on insulin manufacturing here in the United States. There are three main companies who produce insulin here in the United States, and that is Novo Nordisk, Sanofi Aventis, and Eli Lilly. And until very recently, every insulin product sold in the United States was from those three companies. They still have a very monopolistic hold on insulin with limited competition and no regulations in effect to cap or control prices. Third is there is a problem of patent evergreening. This drug was made in 1921. However, there has been a continued improvement in insulin formulations, but each new formulation provided more reliable control of diabetes, but also came with new patents. In addition to prolonged patent life, with the introduction of improved analog versions of insulin, pharmaceutical companies have restored to filing and securing multiple patents on the exact same drug. Even more worrisome are lawsuits filed to prevent new competition, alleged patent violations, and possible pay-for-delay schemes in which competitors are paid money to delay drug market entry. So In conclusion, diabetes hurts millions of Americans each and every single day, and we need a better system in place so that our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, and our dads can live the best possible life that they can live. Thank you so much for listening to me.